Hey folks, throwing a part two at you real quick on that science versus faith shit. Um, so, um, as we're talking about Uri and all this stuff and faith and versus science, there's just another couple points I want to make about the science. So, science is being promoted by the mainstream. They've made superstars, not only scientific superstars, but technocratic superstars, out of people like Bill Gates. Scientific superstars, out of people like Albert Einstein, out of Charles Darwin, Charles Gotten Darwin. The list runs on. Steve Jobs, whatever. So you have these two different forms of science now. It's like the technocratic era is its own path, and we just have to. Some people, it's like I can't. If you get this, you get it, and if you don't get it, you don't get it. It's like I can't convince you, but here, let me show you something. All right, so I got one. Look at this iPhone here. All right, look at this shit. All right, look at that. Okay. Now, take a good look at that. All right. So, you saw that apple, right? You guys have all seen it a million times. Okay. You saw that apple a million times. But a lot of you never thought about the bite in it. Huh. Okay. So there's a bite in that apple. And what's that referring to, folks? Yep. Yeah. I know some of you just got the chills up and down you a little bit. For the people who, can recognize symbology and the occult and what's hidden and, what speaks through, like they say, a picture is stronger than 1,000 words. I mean, I will spell it out for you, too, if you haven't caught my drift yet. In the story of Adam and Eve in the Old Testament, in, the Christian Bible, not even the Christian Bible, Judaic Christian Bible, Eve takes a bite of the apple. She was tempted by Lucifer, the snake, okay? She takes a bite of the apple to try to become one with the gods. Not to become one with the gods, but basically to be greater than God, to have the power of God. It's like Lucifer tempted Eve to take the bite of the apple. We already have everything in the Garden of Eden, folks. There's no reason to bite the apple and try to one-up God when He already gave you everything. If you already have everything, there's nothing else to take. Why would you ever be one higher than God? So that's what you have going on, and you look at, and I'm just going to say real quick, it's kind of a crazy situation why I even have an iPhone anyway, but I do. It's it doesn't even matter for me to explain why I have one. I think I'm getting rid of that crap soon. I've only had it for a little bit of time, but I got it for free, whatever. What you got to do is you have an iPhone. You got to turn off all the ways it tracks you. You got to turn off all that shit, and you can do it. You can turn off everything, but it's amazing how many different things you have to turn off that are originally set in your phone. Like even when you write a note to yourself on that phone, that gets emailed to your Gmail account every time. But there is a way to stop that from happening. And that's how deep it goes. But yeah, if you don't turn off your settings on there, they'll track everywhere you go and everything you do and everything you say. So, well, they're still pretty much going to track everything you say, but you can at least turn off the tracking device that's in the phone. And this is what some of the Orwellian authors talked about. This is what Huxley talked about, where the coming generations will be such good servants that they'll be made to actually brag about their tracking devices, that who has the cooler tracking device. And this is what this is all about, folks. This is what a cell phone is. It's a tracking device. So what I'm kind of touching on is the technocratic version of science, as it literally attempts to play creator. And, this is just a broad overview. You can get into several videos on all these individual subjects. But GMOs is a whole nother thing, and pharmaceutical, the gigantic pharmaceutical industry that runs this country. Well, one of the along with the military industrial complex, the medical industrial complex. They both. I mean, that's what runs this country. That's what keeps it afloat. Oh, and of course, all the drugs and the opium they're bringing in from Afghanistan. That's why our soldiers are there. That's why we fought the war, folks. That's literally why you fought the war. That's why we were in Afghanistan, is to control the drugs, to control the opium, folks. And I know that probably sounds amazing to some people, unbelievable, but you can find pictures of United States soldiers protecting the fields, and you can look at Afghanistan people saying that. So what actually happened, real quick, is that Al Qaeda actually cut down all the opium fields and burnt them down. And so as soon as they did that, the United States and some Western nations said, no way. I mean, this is a huge part of our game here. This is essential to our system. So they got right in there and got the poppy fields back up again and going stronger than ever. True story, folks. True story. Look into it. Do your own research. Seriously, man. So many people are fucking lazy. You're so busy getting entertained on the TV, and you're just letting your goddamn life pass away. It's fine. I mean, if that's what your incarnation's about. But for me, it's like I'm reaching heights in this incarnation. I mean, it's like I'm going for it in this lifetime, man. I'm not sitting here to watch TV. But if that's what you're into, believe me, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that my path. And similar people on my path, and what I like to try to do is, because people inspired me, so I like to give back, and maybe inspire someone else. Keep the fire burning. Because if someone turned me on and inspired me, I'm gonna try to do that. I'm not just gonna take that inspiration and be like, all right, yeah, I'm good now. No, I'm gonna give back. Every action has a subsequent reaction. So, real quick, then, you've got. I outlined there, and then you can get into Gates. Let's just talk about Gates for 1 second. Gates' father was actually the founder of Planned Parenthood, which is a big thing in this society. You could get into the overpopulation conspiracies and the depopulation conspiracies and whatever. I'm not trying to lose anyone on that shit. That's not what it's all about, but. There can be a decent argument made against Bill Gates, and that he wasn't, that he didn't really do shit. He was just a front man for all this. Same shit can be said for Mark Zuckerberg, the inventor of Facebook. That these guys really didn't invent this shit, and that they're just the front man. They're just the face for it to give the public that superstar, celebrity story and all that shit. You could say the same stuff was with Darwin and Einstein. I mean, not that Darwin didn't actually come up with those theories, but with Darwin, it's like, man, I mean, that is what this is fully about on this level, is social Darwinism. Social Darwinism. It's everything's a competition, folks. It's the survival of the fittest. The fittest of the fittest shall survive. The ideology in the Song of Babylon, and it's a war with your brother and sister instead of living in love with your brother and sister, and it goes perfect with capitalism and competition drives the marketplace, and right on down the line. I'm not going to just keep going off on side things. I think a lot of if anyone, a lot of the folks that view my videos can already connect those dots themselves, but ask me to elaborate on something. If you want me to elaborate something, maybe I can. I probably can. So, I'm just trying to, conquer as much of this space with the limited time frame that I have with you guys. So, you see in the direction I'm going with the technocratic age, and with science, and with we got this just this religion that doesn't appeal to intellectuals and to deep thinkers and all that, and there's no secondary and third options and anything like that. It's we have a total abolition of culture here, where it's the one dominant culture. It's that white power, Euro-structured culture, where white privilege and whiteness is superior. It's all fucking bullshit, folks. And We need to get back to true community, and we need to get back to our cultural roots and our heritage as much as possible. And what we need to do is not abolish culture. What we need to do is celebrate culture. We need to start celebrating our own ethnic cultures here in America instead of taking this pop culture as our dominant culture, which is just, you know, the TV and mass entertainment and buy, money, 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 fast food, get fat, do pharmaceuticals. Okay, Mogi, that's enough. That's enough. So Mogi, that's it. So, you know, this is all part of a well-oiled machine, folks. And, you know, so, sorry for that distraction there. But, finishing up here, giving you a little recap now. I think we got about a minute left in this video. So we can now bring it back down and, relax here, folks. So, what I talked about in this video was science versus faith. And science versus faith is how I summed it up, because you could look at it religion or spirituality, but you know, faith is really what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about, you know, having faith and having faith in the universe, because for anyone who stuck with me, this is really the ultimate point of the video, is that if you have faith, anything's possible. And when you realize who and what you truly are, you're going to be able to do anything. I mean, it's amazing how I've grown in the last couple of years. You know, if you really want that girl, go out and get her. If you really want that guy, go out and get him. You know, you want that job, go out and get it. You know, whatever you set your mind to, the universe wants you to be happy, and the universe will conspire to make you happy. See, what it's all about is living in accordance with the Tao, or universal law. And once you live in accordance with universal law, you get that flow, you get that push behind you, and it is, you know, but you're not taking this. You know, there's not too much wrong with this whole structure of, you know, the Western law, but it's just, you always want to give your ultimate loyalty to universal law, because some things in our Western law structure here in the States will go against universal law. They'll actually be totally criminal, but it'll be something that is legal, you know, or vice versa. So you know, you don't want to get mixed up. You know, this society is really backwards, so don't let it make you backwards. You know, always remember what's in your heart, and to do good. And what universal law is just treating your brother or your sister like you'd like to be treated. It's just that simple, folks. It's just treating others how you'd like to be treated. And just taking a couple breaths here, and that's what it's about. I mean, just manifesting destiny, folks. Absolutely, just manifesting your destiny, and then just going out and achieving it. It's no more simple than that. But you're only going to understand it when I guess when you come around to that point of understanding. I mean, to a lot of people, it's just words. I mean, it's been words to me for so long, and I guess the more and more you wrestle with the words, the more and more they become a practicality and a reality. So the point of this video was, you know, just because you don't agree with this typical Western traditional sense of this Judaic-Christian God, of this God Almighty, the King of Heaven and Earth, the rulers of the skies, you know, a physical old man in the sky who gets angry and wrathful, and is vengeful, you know, all this stuff, it makes no sense. You know, why would the Creator, who created his children and gave them free will, you know, get mad at them? The whole thing makes absolutely no sense to, you know, someone who kind of taps himself outside the box a little bit and just looks at it. Or if you've just ever done psychedelics, you can kind of snap out of it pretty fast and you know, enter the real reality. And that's all I'm urging you to do, folks. I'm urging you to take care of your I'm asking you to take care of your bodies, and you know, focus on your vibration.